There's a couple of things that I wish I knew when I got out of the military. Yes, your boy was in the military. I got out. I got out in like '95. I was only in for a few years. I was in the infantry. Shirt bright white. Anyways, there's a couple of things I wish I knew as it relates to creating wealth for myself and my family, my future family. When I got out of the military, man, nobody told me. So look, if you're in the military or you're a veteran and you've gotten out, like my daughters are both in the military, one's in the Army, one's in the Air Force, they're gonna get out. I talk to them about this all the time about creating wealth for themselves. I got grandkids. The things that no one will ever talk to you about, maybe you're already out. And I'll go right into those things because I think it's important, but you need to be focusing, to me, on creating generational wealth for you and your family. All right. So, one of the things that I wish, and this was a mistake that I made, I'm going over my mistakes, right? Number one thing, when I got out of the military, what I should have been focusing on, number one, was income. I wasn't focusing on that. So maybe you're retired, maybe you're ETSing, maybe you're PCSing, which means that you're going someplace else, or you're ETSing, meaning you're getting out, or maybe you're retired. The thing that you need to focus on when you get out is income, period. You need to make that your number one purpose. What I did, because nobody told me, because I was young, man. Like, they didn't tell me when I got out it was going to be hard. I was like, dude, I'm out of here. I'm getting out. I'm going back home. I'm going to crush it. I didn't. I went home. I signed up for college because I thought it was free because I didn't do it while I was in, right? If you're in long enough, you're going to do it while you're in. But if you're short-termer like me, like when I got out, I went to college then. And I dropped out in the first semester. I didn't know that if I didn't keep coming to college, I was going to have to pay that money back. So all you guys out there, I got my GI Bill, man. I got my Montgomery GI Bill. They're going to pay for it. It's going to be free. You're going to have to do something with it. So if you know you're not that guy or gal, you need to focus on income right away. Yeah, you're going to get paid when you go to school and you're going to get a check. Like I said, if I didn't pass, they were like, you're going to owe that money back. So if you know that your purpose is taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, and the goal isn't just to get income. The goal is to create generational wealth for your family, for the future of you. Don't listen to all these people who are going to counsel you and say, hey, when you get out, it's going to be a heavy transition. You're going to have PTSD, all that other stuff. Don't worry about that. If you make your purpose money, you will be fine. Trust me. You'll be too busy to worry about anything else. Just work your ass off. I wish I would have done that. I didn't do that. I was trying to figure out how to game the system. Don't. Just focus on income. So the number two thing that I should have been focusing on when I started really thinking about all this stuff, right, is to use my VA loan. What do I mean by that? Now, some of you guys may have already used your VA loan. My daughter used her VA loan. I think she used it twice. Getting ready to use it again. My other daughter is probably going to use her VA loan. The point isn't to use your VA loan to buy a house. Or, well, I'm going to buy a house and it's going to go up in value. No. Here's the plan. This is what I wish. I did this, but I didn't know. I could have been so far ahead had I did this when I got out because nobody taught me about wealth. What you need to do right now, you can use your VA loan and you can actually buy a fourplex. Don't buy a duplex because if somebody moves out, it's still all you. Don't buy a triplex. They move out, it's all you. Sacrifice in the beginning. Focus on working, finding a good job. Don't need to be a job you like. Don't even need to be what you did when you're in the military. How much money do you want to make? And then use your VA loan and go buy a fourplex, right? You're going to buy a fourplex. Boom, boom, boom. You're going to live in this one. This one will be rented, right? These three are going to pay your mortgage. They're going to pay your loan. Right? You're going to live here. There's going to be some expenses. I got that, right? But the mortgage and the rent should cover your expenses. You're going to self-manage this. That means they're going to pay every month. They're going to pay the rent to you. You're going to pay your loan, right? You're going to live there for 12 months plus 1 day. 1 day. Then you're going to go buy another one. You're going to move out of that one because you can. You're going to live in this one. You're going to rent this one out. You're not selling this. You're going to keep it. You may not be able to use your VA loan. I'm not sure. I know they's like, oh, you got to sell it. You got to do this. Fine. Maybe you can refinance it or something. You get out of your VA loan. Maybe that won't happen. But you're going to rent this one out. Just trust me on this one. Now you have 2. Now you have 8 units. You live in this one. All 7 people are paying your mortgage. They're paying your mortgage down. Regardless. You live here 12 months, move out. Right? I did this, but I did it as an investor. You can do it because you're getting taught something. You can use your time in the military. It don't matter whether you're retiring. Don't go buy a house. I'm telling you, it's going to be the biggest mistake you make. You're going to realize you got to pay for, like I just talked to my dad today. He bought a house. He had to pay like 10 grand for the ducks. Insurance is crazy right now because he lives in Louisiana. Like, no matter where you are going to be faced with other stuff. It's not just go buy a house. The goal here, I haven't went to that, is I kind of talked about it, is to create generational wealth for you and your family. You can do that. You're losing your income. You're getting out of the military. If you're retiring, you're still going to get a retirement check. If you're just getting out like I did, you ain't going to get shit. So you're going to have to focus on income. Don't ignore that. Make this your purpose. Your number one purpose in life. Go get money, not a job. Money. Use the money, the job, the stability that you had over the years to use your VA loan. Now you have some income coming in. Buy a fourplex. Live in that for 12 months. Buy a second fourplex. Stick with me on this one. Now you have all those things. Over, let's say, 5 years, you have fourplexes. You have 20 units, right? You're living in one, right? 19 people are paying you. You roll all these up, and then you sell that. You sell it. Take the money from here, and then you roll it into, let's say, I don't know, 50 units plus. And then you do that whole thing. Now you're not, maybe you can live in a unit, you want to, but you're in a whole different game now. This is really what I should have been doing when I got out. Nobody taught me this. Nobody was like, hey, Vic, here's the deal. When you get out, don't have this gap in your life. Don't have this gap in your world. I got jobs after job after job. I got fired from jobs. I started selling drugs. I got busted on a felony charge. And then I fell into, on accident, real estate because I needed to do something. But what I'm telling you guys is, had somebody talk to me and go, look, Vic, your number one target when you get out of here is focus on money. Get out here, go get money. Don't try to get your life straight. Just go get money. Take that money. Take your VA loan because you're working. Buy a fourplex, move in it, rent the other ones out. Now, I did this, but I did it on accident. As I said, it was a mistake. I didn't know. I'm struggling. Nobody taught me. But if you do that, move into one, year later, move out of that one, rent the last unit you were in, buy another fourplex, move into that one, 3 people are paying it, live in there for over 5 years, you're going to have 20 units. You're going to take them all together. You're going to sell them, take the money, roll that money. You're going to 1031 exchange the money. You're not going to pay taxes on that money. And you're going to, let's say you go buy a 50-unit deal. Then you live in one. Now you have 49 tenants paying. You have a professional management company. It's not going to happen overnight. But what I'm saying is the goal here is, let's say, for example, you pay $200,000 a unit. Hypothetically, it's not going to be that. But let's just say, we'll just keep it simple. I don't know where you guys are in the world, but let's just say you paid 100,000 units. So you're going to pay $5 million. $5 million for this deal. This deal should get you, I don't know, about 5% on your money, right? That's a good thing. This is better than you leaving your money in your thrift savings plan that you got pitched to be in, or wherever your retirement stuff is. I got my thrift savings, man, and this is earning me a little bit of money. You're going to go up and down with that. If you're 20 years old or 30 years old, or let's say you're 25, right? Or you're 30. Most people, when they retire out of the military, if you got in out of high school, you're going to be like 38, like 39 years old. You're not going to be old. You don't need retirement money sitting in a retirement account doing nothing. You want it in a real asset like real estate. Now, the stuff that we are looking at right now for Bell Capital is bigger. Now, you can take $200,000-$300,000 and invest with me, but you got to be accredited, which goes right back to what I'm trying to tell you. You need to focus on income. How do you get your income up? Right? You want to be making $200,000, $300,000 a year, whatever it is you're doing. You're not going to do that if you, man, I'm going to get out, man, I'm going to be a GS11 or GS13, and then I'm going to go overseas and I'm going to work and I'm not going to pay taxes on that money, and then I'm going to send all my money back and we're going to buy a house in like Denver. Dude, you can do that, but let me tell you, man, that's a slow burn, and you will never have generational wealth for you and your family. You're going to always buy scraps, but if you serve your country, and you focus on creating generational wealth for you and your family. Like, this is going out to, like, let's just say I'm talking to my daughters. Which I told my daughter this. When you get out, get a job. You need to focus on getting she retired. Get a job that you're going to be getting paid at least $200,000 or plus a year minimum as a salary. Suck it up. Figure it out. That's where you need to be. Use your VA loan. Buy a fourplex. You and my granddaughter move into one side. Lease the other ones out. She's good with money. She's going to do it. My other daughter, I tell her the same thing. Once she's leased that one out, 12 months, move out of there. It's an investment. You'd rather have your money tied to a piece of real estate than your money tied to the stock market, which is what most people in the military do. They have been so detached from the world, the civilian world is what they call it. They've been so detached from the civilian world that when they jump into the civilian world, no matter what they've read online, there's a discrepancy between real world, I've been in the military, and then you come out of the bubble and you go to the civilian world and you see all these opportunities that you might not have thought you could take advantage of. But let me tell you, the ups and downs outside of the stability you had in the military will crush you. It will. So, like I said, I told my daughter, buy a fourplex, live in one, sell it, buy another one, 5 years, keep doing that. You'll have 20 units, and then turn around, take all 20 units, all 5 properties, put them on a spreadsheet, take them to a broker, sell it, take your money, 1031 exchange that money into a bigger apartment building. Make sure all of your investments, real money, everything is tied to your real estate, not a retirement account, not an IRA 401k, not your thrift savings plan or anything like that. Keep your job, and then you have your real estate paying you positive cash flow every month because it will. And then you have your income coming in. Your income should be growing at that point because you're 5 years down the road. Plus, you have your stability of your retirement check if you have a retirement check, or if you're 20 years old, man, there's no different path for you to do this. If you're young, you got out, you're 22, well, you won't be 21. You might be 21, maybe 24, maybe you're 27, right? You're going to do the same thing. I wish somebody had told me, like, look, the way to create wealth getting out of the military is very simple. Focus on income when you get out. Don't focus on what they tell you, the PTSD, and you're going to have a hard transition. The transition is easy. Money. Get out. Focus on a purpose. Your purpose is go make money. Use your VA check and buy. Stack, stack, stack. Until you have enough to turn right back around and sell it. Like, dude, these are just the mistakes that I made. I fell into investing in real estate after I got myself in trouble. I didn't know what to do. I was like homeless. You know what I mean? Sleeping at my friends' houses and stuff like that. I didn't have anywhere to go. All of that could have been solved had I had a plan. Very simply, focus on your money because you want to create generational wealth for you and your family now or in the future, whether it's early or whether you're retiring and you're already in your late 30s and you're getting into your second career. Next, you're going to use your VA loan. Do not buy a house. If you buy a house, you have to pay the bills. If something breaks, you have to pay it. If it moves out and I'm going to rent my house out. If they tear it up, you don't make enough. You're not going to make enough money to turn around and fix it. If they move out, you're back to paying on it again. There's so many things that can go wrong. Why risk it? Take the time that you have. Take the next 10, 15 years or whatever, if God lets you live that long, and just put all of your energy into creating generational wealth. You owe it to yourself to create generational wealth for you and your family. Do you guys know that 80% of military people complain about finances when they're in and when they get out? It doesn't go away. Why? Because nobody tells them what to do about creating wealth. Well, I'm not talking about getting rich. I'm talking about creating wealth. So your real estate, your investments, even if it's not your real estate, let's say you make a ton of money, you invest with somebody like us. That money will continue to pay you and your family and take care of your family for generations to come. That's why we're doing that Bell Capital, right? But I wanted to share this with you because I got an affinity to my military, my veterans and stuff. It's weird to say veterans because I'm not like, my leg didn't get blown off in war or nothing. So when I think as a military guy that had to happen to me or something like that. So I know there's vets out there that need to hear this. I know there's people in the military that need to hear it. And I know maybe you're just a young soldier and you're getting ready to get out and you're like, dude, I don't know what I'm going to do. Here's what you do. Go make money. Invest your money use your VA loan and invest your money in where you live with a multifamily property. Keep doing that over time, roll them all up and sell them, and then take that money and put it into something bigger. Do not rely on more government support from the military or from some other government agency saying they're going to take care of you and your family in the future. They've already said they're going to do it. You've served your time. Move on. I promise you'll thank me later if you watch this back. I hope this helps you guys. I wanted to do something for my military people. Oh, I'm gonna do something special. I want to give you guys access to my program. You can either leave it in the comments, Vic, I want access. I think it's going to be, I'm going to make the link or whatever, but it should be bell-capital.com/training or bell-capital.com/vet, VET. So it's probably going to be vet, bell-capital.com/vet. And if it's not up yet, which it will be, make sure you leave me a comment. I'll make sure to get that to you. It's my real estate training course. It's how I do things in multifamily. I wish I had that course, that somebody gave me that course when I first started. I wouldn't have went through all the pain and frustration that I went through trying to figure it out, piecing it together with a bunch of different people trying to learn this business as an insider. I want to be able to help you guys do that. So like this video, share the video, comment on this video. I'm here for you. My shirt looks weird, right? Anyways, I'm committed to this, but I wanted to help you guys. Remember that. Biggest mistakes I made, man. I didn't focus on money when I got out. I wasn't thinking about creating wealth. I didn't use my VA loan to go just buy a fourplex, live in one side, rent it out, and keep doing it. And last but not least, I didn't roll up anything. I had to do this as a business. And let me tell you, if I could skip the line and use resources that were given to me because I was in the military, I would have been a lot better off, man. My whole life would have been different when I was a young kid. All right, so you guys have a great night tonight. Let me know if you need anything. Let's go. Boom.
Are you an accredited investor with $300,000 or more liquid in the bank? I want you to come and partner with me. Look, if you love real estate, passive income, and positive cash flow, appreciation over long periods of time, and you're willing to be patient, come invest with me. Go to bell-capital.com. This is for accredited investors with $300,000 or more in the bank, ready to go. Come invest with me. Go to bell-capital.com.